This is Crypto Talk by Crypto Watch. Finally got all our technical difficulties done, and we could start recording, but I don't know what happened to Red Rock. Over here, just so you can see, where'd he go? There, Rick Rock.
Down and it ain't gon' slide. Only thing I fear is God, and He on my side. That's the confidence I got, 'cause He got me. That's why I really feel like you can't stop me. Oh, that's all you got. Come on with it. That's all you got. You can't stop me. You don't got the power.
Yep, been recording probably about a minute, 10 seconds in. Oh, there he is. There, took advantage. Said I'll be right back. We lost Red Rock.
Sorry, man. I'm back.
We already started. I already did the introduction. So, what are we going to talk about today?
Wait. Are you serious recording right now?
Yeah, we're
All
already
right.
on. Might as well.
How do I get my intro?
Kind of threw him under the bus, but it's all right.
I was at the restroom, dude. Just kidding. What's up, guys? Here, man. It's been a bit. This week happened.
I was just explaining that we, like you see now, we got a lot of difficulties and a lot of technical difficulties. And I think right now, finally, we have something to work with.
Yep.
So, apologize. Finally, we have something. This will be an informal, but still, we got some news. And here to bring it to you is Rick Rock the whole time. I'll just join in when I know what he's talking about. But if I don't know, I'll just stay quiet.
That's a lot of news that we have. We got the market going up and down, and you might see or finally feel the bear traps. You make it pump and bring it back down. Maybe those other...
For, as I kind of get to know the audience, explain what a bear trap is for those who are listening.
Basically what it is kind of like you'll see the coin or the market kind of go up and creates this emotional feeling, which is called FOMO, and you see kind of how it's so volatile. You see the market kind of go up, but in reality what's happening, you see a lot of investors kind of pump the price up, and next thing you know they sell off when they get X amount percent, like 20%, 15%, 30%. That's those are you can see the Wall Street wolves are coming in and playing, because it's kind of something I won't say normal right now, but if you really think about it, back trends what was like that, but not like so noticeable now. I guess you could kind of say that maybe the Wolf of Wall Street guys are coming over and playing in the crypto, which that's an article I actually did see. I read. I was trying to bring it up. I couldn't find it. And you could kind of see a lot of guys from the Wall Street leaving Wall Street, going into the crypto game, to maybe they could go ahead and cash in there.
That's part of the news that's been this last few weeks that we haven't been on, is what we're hearing. Seems like a lot of, like you're saying, the FOMO and a lot of the market kind of taking a dive, and a lot of regulations stepping in, all in lieu of what some are hoping, that this, all the big dogs are coming in and making it kind of more enticing, I guess, or safer for them to want to come in. Is that
or in a discount, or maybe
yeah.
or you have, like last time, I don't know, we covered the Warren Buffett, Charlie Garner.
Less risk, right? Less risk, right. More reward. It looks better, right? But back to the bear traps. Why is it a bear trap?
Because it make it. Oh, for us, because you basically start investing before it's too late or maybe too expensive, and then you get in, and then what ends up happening, you have big, huge whales kind of dump or sell off at the top, and next thing you know, they profit 10, 15, 20%, whatever their target is, and they drop the price, and then the resistance, which is us, we hold the price at whatever.
Because they'll invest kind of early, right? And then we kind of try to ride that, and as soon as we kind of fall for the trap, the bear trap, here comes a big dump by them. I mean, they kind of reap the benefit. So whoever actually is an early investor, right? And whatever it is, depending if it's a certain altcoin or in the overall scheme of the whole thing, the overall market, right? So see the volume fluctuates so much, right, up and down. That's been kind of another big story, right? So Rick Rock, of how the volume has dipped down like record low levels almost.
And it still goes up, and it still comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of manipulation. That's what you kind of maybe seeing the big whales do. Maybe they're dropping the price, getting it ready to kind of pump up, because that's what's kind of the whole rumor, is kind of going down to really kind of get ready and kind of go up. But again, it's all, we're not financial advisors. We're just kind of talking, and we're not talking about crypto, but we're just kind of looking at what the market's doing. Pretty fun.
Just a side note, there's Ethereum for the first time in a few days is over 600 right now. 605.17 at this moment. This is June 5th. 3:30 in the afternoon.
Right.
All right, Rick Rock, you got any stories you want to share? I know there's been a lot that's passed, and we're probably going to do a catch-up episode soon, or maybe just a quick update. But let's stick to what's the latest of today. I know you have something for us.
Yeah. It's just I was reading up, it takes me back to one of the episodes we're talking about these superpower countries, trying to do something, right? And then I kind of see like Japan or Asia, Japan and China actually being loud with it too. I was reading some articles regarding Japan educating, the older crowd. How to invest. They sit them down. They talk about taxes. These are courses they're actually doing with them.
Taking care of the elderly.
Yeah, the elderly. I thought that was pretty cool, because the elderly doesn't know what is going on, and if you really think about it, that's old money that's just sitting somewhere at a stock market. Which if that goes down, then they have an option rolling it over to something crypto, and at least knowing that how aggressive it goes up and how actually it goes down as well. So at least they're having not just options regarding the stock market, but they have another option to invest their money somewhere else, which is, I thought was pretty cool. Then you have basically also Japan talk about creating apps for gamers to get paid in Bitcoin. And also Japan, and I thought it was pretty cool as well. Kind of already talking about gaming, which is huge. You have EA Games rolling out, which is pretty big, makes a lot of money. And then you're going to start rolling out maybe cryptocurrency. I don't know about EA Games yet, but Japan's already talking about games. And I thought it was pretty cool as well.
And these games, are they mostly applications and apps?
Yeah.
Would that fall under that the apps category? That's like a whole other subject that the cryptocurrency is kind of involved in.
Maybe I don't know. That's the beginning. I don't know. Maybe you know more about that, but I don't know anything regarding like this. Like, what is it, like a new?
They're like pretty much the applications that are going to function on whatever blockchain you're on. For example, Tron.
Yes. Okay. I know.
You know what I mean? So they make an application on that famous game that's hot right now. Was it CryptoKitties or something?
Okay.
It's really a game, but the apps, whatever they're going to be, whatever the function of the app will be, they will be tied in with that token, that utility token that belongs in that blockchain for that project, and that's DApps in a quick sense, which probably doesn't make, not even close to explaining what it is, but they're pretty much applications that are going to run on whatever blockchain you're on. For example, Tron, EOS, Ethereum, whatever.
Yeah, you have Ken also involved in that as well.
Yeah, and that's an existing traditional app, but I think eventually it's going to function like a DApp or a DApp.
I thought your question. I know you said app, but I was thinking more like Fortnite and like Halo, getting paid on those kind of type of games. So I was like, no, I haven't heard anything regarding that, but go for it. But,
what are you gonna get? What are you gonna get in Fortnite? You kill somebody, you dance over them, and you get like a few tokens. You get to steal their tokens. You get their wallet, digital wallet, or what?
Well, imagine you get 100 points, and you get like some kind of utility coin, for X amount or value. They had the tournament in Vegas. I don't know if you know this gamer. His name is Ninja.
No.
he's a pretty good player, and what they did, they've had this tournament, and if you haven't played Fortnite, it's like it's just it's 100 players that go ahead, go at it, and only one survives. They can only be one, and they had a bounty on Ninja because he's a good player. So I think the bounty was like $2,000. So if you killed him on the game, you'll get like $2,000 or $5,000. I don't remember the exact amount you'll get. So I thought that was pretty cool. So imagine blowing it up with crypto, that you have a game just like that, and then you pay him in X amount of utility coins. It's happening in USD. So it makes you think it won't happen in crypto.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was in Vegas. It was a huge event. It was a huge event in Vegas.
Remember the name of that
It's EA Games. It was a Fortnite
tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
With Ninja, and it was pretty fun. It was pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, especially when they had the bounty.
Yeah.
The bounty, and because he was a good player, and he's he's a really good player, and it's hard to kill him. So he plays with Drake, and he also plays with Travis. So they squad up, and I believe Juju from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they all squad up, and there are four players in one team. So it's Drake, Juju, and Travis, and Ninja.
But nobody knows who Ninja is.
So everybody knows what Ninja is.
Oh, okay. The actual person is not a celebrity or anything like that.
No.
No. All right.
Sorry.
All right. Well, let's pause for a second right now. We'll be right back with the next story. Just give it like a 1 minute break real fast, and be right back on Crypto Talk. Alright, so we're back to Crypto Talk. Okay, so we'll continue on with the next story, Mr. Rick Rock. We want to talk about the expansion of Coinbase, which last time we were talking about, I think we mentioned it, no, I wanted to mention, actually a couple weeks ago, they announced that they're expanding, I don't remember, do you remember if it was in the last episode? They're expanding their staff, they're doubling up, and now, as of this week, there's even more to that, right? Okay, and here's the story. So you, Rick.
Here's the story. Look, is what a again interesting part is you go back to Asia and actually Japan, rolling over, not just educating the elderly, but maybe prepping, like you mentioned earlier, expanding their staff, and now you have Coinbase. Kind of applying, you can say, and expanding. They're going to expand. Let's talk about it. They're going to go ahead and expand to Japan. I think it's been in the works for like a year. They're trying to do that. So it's kind of like, it's not something new. I guess that's been happening. It's been like a year that they're trying to do that. It's been in the works. I mean, so it's pretty cool. You have them. I think it's going to be big, but they're only going to start. Just kind of your regular majors. They're going to start using your regular,
okay, so you mean they're going to use the regular majors, like major coins?
Yeah.
Or projects? Okay, like which ones?
Like your majors, you basically your Bitcoin, your Ethereum. Those are the coins they're going to be offering on Coinbase.
In Japan, the Japan version of the exchange, right? Because right now they only offer 4 anyway, right? It's Bitcoin,
Correct.
Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin.
Correct. So it's pretty. You've been seen if you always hear rumor about Ripple joining Coinbase, and then you have Japan and maybe like 30 banks loading up on Ripple. So you never know.
Yeah.
Maybe Coinbase might be attached. Coinbase and Ripple might be actually happening. Maybe in the United States, but it might happen in Japan.
You know what, speaking of Ripple, aside from this story, but not a side note in crypto, this is kind of like something I've been noticing. Ripple and XRP, the XRP token, how closely related are they? Because at first you would think one was tied in with the other, and of course whatever Ripple does would affect XRP. But more and more you're starting to see that Ripple continues to make news, whether by, like you say, a lot of banks are going in with Ripple, and the big donations that they make to charities. But XRP itself, I don't see much a difference as far as the price fluctuation as related to what's going on in the news. Like, so would you say that most tokens are closely related with the project? Because another example would be Tron, which they had their tester, they had their mainnet. It was a little bit of up and down. Like you would, people were, how can I say it? Like you were expecting a big boom, right? Because they're finally moving off of Ethereum blockchain. They're starting their own. This is going to be their own thing. Same with EOS. But there hasn't been really much of anything. Not much going up, not much going down. To me, the token kind of still worth the same as it was. I don't know, before any of the test nets and the mainnets launched. If that makes any sense. It's kind of like a side note, but I guess my question is how closely related do you think the tokens are to the actual project behind them?
Are you saying the blockchain versus the coin?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, because the blockchain, the technology-wise, it's making lots of strides, and it really is booming, and there's nothing but positive that you hear from it. But how is that affecting the tokens and the market? It almost seems like something else accepts the market more. Mainly, for example, whatever happens with Bitcoin, like Big Daddy goes up, everybody knows everything starts to go up by whatever proportion it to the whatever that token happens to be worth in cents compared to the thousands that Bitcoin is worth. They'll go up that certain percentage, some a little more, some a little less. And if that goes down, everything goes down. There are some exceptions. Some stable coins don't move at all, and then some coins kind of go alternate, right? A different way, right? If the market's going down for some reason, whatever good news happens with certain obscure token that we've never heard of, for some reason it's up 20% while the rest of the market's down 50% or something. Exaggerating, but anyway, I'm rambling, but what's your opinion, sir? Sorry.
You actually picked a different topics in reality what you're trying to explain. Gotcha. It wasn't one at the beginning, but your different topics. You could say the volume doesn't have that much volume, so you have people pumping and dumping it. You have that, or you have too many coins, which maybe the price is inflated already, and that's the reason why when they have big news, you don't see it going up because it already is up already. It's stuff like that. It's just a lot of variables behind it. And I believe you can have a utility coin that's going to maybe marry a blockchain. Because I believe maybe that's the plan, but again, we're just the beginning of this new adventure that everyone's going to, and everyone's new to it. But it should. I'm assuming it should be attached together, both coins. But again, we're just speculating at the end of the day as well.
Yeah. So was it Envision, one of these projects we looked at, or you had me look at for a while? I think it was the one that has to deal with the token is a utility token for sure. That's what it's for, and it has to do with retail and kind of sensing what the customer wants. It's one of those retail tokens, kind of like what's the other one? Walton Chain, kind of helps. It's kind of like a smart device that helps you
you're talking about Nucleus Vision?
It's Nucleus Vision, that's right.
Yeah,
Nucleus Vision.
Encash, which recognizes, and when you go in a store, recognizes what your size is, what you like.
Yeah, and there's devices they've already developed for that.
Yeah, and you talk about that's all maybe attached to artificial intelligence, But what the good part is when they're explaining that you don't even have to be connected to a Wi-Fi or anything like that.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, it makes you wonder, what is it? I tried to read up on it and see what it is. It wasn't Wi-Fi. It wasn't Bluetooth. It's not near field. What's it called? NFC. It's open air. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a new standard or something, a new protocol that they've developed. I can't remember what it was now, but.
Well, yeah, I'll give you an example where I work at. We don't say no names where I work at. They have a device where a customer is going to go somewhere and it's going to alert me that they're interested in doing something, which gives me opportunity to reach out and say, hey, Sky Vision, this is Sir Rick Rock calling you from blah, 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 and, all creepy status. But, no,
Yeah.
but they're already, devices already just kind of, I don't know how it works out. I don't know how it, maybe just data or data that's being collected and the GPS maybe associated with that too, and we walk in there and they know what we like, what we have, what's our size, and that's where we're going at the end of the day. That's where our artificial intelligence is coming in and
Yeah.
technology is heading.
Just helping out even more, huh? Helping Google find us more.
Decentralized, we're talking about.
I know, we're trying to decentralize. We don't know where we're at.
And I think that's the new technology. And what was cool about it is that I'm gonna change to an article. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and click another article here as well.
Change it up. Let
Share
me know when
screen.
you're ready.
Okay. And then I want to put this article up, which
Alright.
is. Are you there? Can
Yeah,
you see
yeah,
my
go for it.
screen?
Yeah, your
Okay.
article's up.
Okay, so it says China TV blockchain is 10 times more valuable than the internet. Now you have China, and this is a huge, you could say, station, China Central Television, which is a huge station. Talk about
CCTV? Looks like closed caption TV here. Closed
it's
circuit, I mean, closed circuit TV.
yeah, and it's pretty cool that now they're talking about it, and what it's going to end up doing, and what the blockchain is, and they're actually educating their people, and I thought it was pretty cool because now you have the media rolling it out, and it was pretty cool. This was part here. Let me see here. This part here. See, this is where he talks about that you can start owning your own data, and that's the new wave of what's going to end up happening now, that you're going to be in charge of your own data. This is why the blockchain is important. You're in control of your stuff, and I thought and they point out stuff like that. I thought was pretty cool. They're educating everybody on what's going on, and China and Japan, they're ahead of the game. The last time we covered that Japan, what is it? China was already just using their phones and purchasing their items or their food or anything they wanted. So they're really kind of ahead of the game. So it doesn't surprise me they're kind of rolling out and actually educating their people.
Their people, just like Japan, educating the elderly.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like I'm waiting for the United States to do something like that. Do you think it's gonna ever come?
I think that's where it's headed. In a different episode, I kind of want to. What's going on there? Yeah. Let me put it back here. I kind of want to continue and update everybody on what the CFTC and what the government regulations are.
Okay.
Which I think they're even more divided now than they were before. It's almost strictly SEC just wants to hammer down on all cryptos, and of course they want everything to be a security. Everybody has to follow regulations, just like if in the real stock market. Even though how you're going to do that with a utility token, or you're not really investing in part of the company when you buy a coin or put money in an ICO. And then the opposite of CFTC, which of course they say is a commodity, and they're constantly putting warnings, updates, educating people on fintech on their website, all kind of, to me, pro Bitcoin, pro crypto, or they call it digital currencies. But they're on two opposite ends. CFTC's for it, and the SEC wants to hammer down. But they're both trying to regulate it, but in different ways. I don't know which one's going to end out. I'm on the CFTC side for sure. But anyway, that's if that goes that way, yeah, I think eventually they already kind of try to educate people. If you have the time to go take a look at what the CFTC is up to and Bitcoin, get all the news for yourself. If not, I'll provide it for you as soon as I get a chance and I get these technical difficulties out of the way. But
think we have.
That'll be the next one. That'll be the next. Yeah, yeah. I think for this one, finally got it right. And if you have anything else to add, Mr. Rick Rock, you let me know, or I think we could wrap it up for right now.
I think wrap it up.
And we'll try to bring an update a lot faster than we did this one. Hopefully it wasn't take too long. But all in all, sir, how about you?
I'm good. I'm
All right.
trying to get the rust off. All right, crypto news.
Definitely rusty.
Right. All right, crypto news. Oh, I was. Thanks. Dude. Well, let me throw my ending right here. All right, crypto news, crypto junkies. This is Rick Rock. That's Sky Vision right there. This is Crypto Live, Crypto Watch. Just go ahead. Right. We're out. I don't know if you have anything else you want to ask, Sky Vision, but I am out.
All right, we're out of here.